Johnny Carson, the legendary host of The Tonight Show, was known for his wit, charm, and ability to connect with guests from all walks of life. For 3 decades, he entertained millions with his sharp humor and smooth interviewing style, earning a place as one of the most beloved figures in television history. However, behind the polished facade and genial smile, Carson harbored strong personal feelings about some of his guests. While most interviews were marked by mutual respect and humor, there was one guest whom Johnny Carson truly hated, a fact that remains surprising to many fans. The guest in question was none other than Joan Rivers, a groundbreaking comedian and a pioneer for women in comedy. Rivers was a frequent guest and occasional guest host on The Tonight Show, and her brash, irreverent humor eventually made her a star in her own right. Yet, despite their professional relationship, the personal dynamic between Carson and Rivers was fraught with tension. Their complicated relationship reached a breaking point when Rivers decided to leave The Tonight Show to start her own late-night talk show on a competing network. This decision deeply offended Carson, who felt betrayed by Rivers' move. He saw her departure as a breach of loyalty, especially since she had been given numerous opportunities on his show. The rift was further exacerbated by Rivers' public criticisms of Carson and her willingness to challenge the traditional norms of late-night television, which was dominated by male hosts. Carson's dislike for Rivers was not just about professional jealousy. It was also personal. He reportedly felt that Rivers' style of comedy was abrasive and disrespectful, and he resented the way she pushed boundaries in ways that sometimes embarrassed him on air. Behind the scenes, Carson was said to have made it clear that he would not welcome Rivers back to The Tonight Show after her departure. Their estrangement lasted for decades, with very little communication or reconciliation. Interestingly, despite this deep-seated animosity, Rivers continued to acknowledge Carson's influence on her career and credited him with helping open doors for female comedians. Over the years, she occasionally spoke about their strained relationship in interviews, often with a mix of admiration and regret. The feud between Johnny Carson and Joan Rivers remains one of the most talked-about tensions in television history, illustrating how personal feelings and professional rivalry can collide in the high-pressure world of entertainment. It also highlights the challenges faced by trailblazing women in a male-dominated industry, and how breaking boundaries can sometimes come at a cost. In the end, Johnny Carson's true feelings about Joan Rivers remind us that even the most charismatic and composed celebrities have complex, sometimes painful relationships behind the scenes. The story of their feud adds a fascinating layer to the legacy of late-night television and the personalities who shaped it.